In this lesson, I'd like to introduce you to arpeggios. The word arpeggio means broken chord, and for us guitarists, it would mean that we would pluck the separate notes of a chord, one after the other. Let me start by demonstrating how this sounds using a C major chord played from the 5th string to the 3rd. This is a C major arpeggio. The notes we're actually playing are the 1st, 3rd, and 5th notes of the C major scale. Let me explain. If we play a C major scale, we find that the 1st note is a C, the 3rd note is E, and the 5th note is G. These are the notes that make up the chord of C major, some of which are repeated. We can play a major arpeggio in any key by following the same rule of finding the 1st, 3rd and 5th notes of the scale. Let me demonstrate this for the key of G major. If we play the G major scale, we find that the 1st note is G, the 3rd note is B, and the 5th note is D. These are the notes that make the chord of G major. Let's try using an open G major chord arpeggio. G, B, D, G, B, and G. Hopefully you'll notice that although we seem to be playing a 2-octave arpeggio from G on the bottom string to G on the top string, there is no note of D between the last 2 notes of B and G. This is because what we are actually playing is an arpeggiated chord and not a full arpeggio. To play the full 2-octave arpeggio, we would have to add this D note into it. We can do this like so. Play the first 5 strings as normal like this: G, B, D, G, B. Then add the note of D on the 2nd string 3rd fret like so, and finish with the G on the top string 3rd fret. Now if we try this with a G major bar chord, we have the notes of G, D, G, B, D, and G. This time we're missing the B note between G on the bottom string and the D note on the 5th string, and as before, if we want to play the full arpeggio of G major, we need to include this note. We can do this by playing the note of B at the 7th fret on the bottom string. Now let's add this note into the arpeggio. G, B, D, G, B, D, and G. Let's try this going up or ascending. Then going down or descending. We can also play exactly the same arpeggio by playing the B note on the 5th string 2nd fret, like so. Ascending, G, B, D, G, B, D, and G. Then descending, G, D, B, G, D, B, G. Please note that with both of these last 2 arpeggios, we are still playing the notes of a G major bar chord and just adding in this extra note of B. So far, we have only used arpeggios for major keys, but we can also use them for minor keys. To do this, we play the same first and fifth notes, but then use the minor third or flat third note instead of the major third. Let me show you this for the key of G minor. It's the same as the G major, except that we now use B flat instead of B. Ascending, G, B flat, D, G, B flat, D, and G. And descending, G, D, B flat, G, D, B flat, and G. You will notice that these are the notes of a G minor bar chord with an added B flat. These arpeggios are movable, just like scales, and the key will depend on which note you start with on the bottom string. Let's try it in the key of A minor going up. A, C, E, A, C, E, and A, and down. A, E, C, A, E, C, and A. Once again, the arpeggio is built around the A minor bar chord. Okay, let's try some arpeggiated chord patterns. You'll hear these being used in many songs. The first one uses a C major chord. For this, we'll use a 4-note ascending pattern starting on the 5th string, like so, using only downstrokes if using a pick. C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C. Or with only the thumb. C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C. The second one uses the same chord. For this we'll use a 4-note descending pattern starting on the 1st string like so, using only upstrokes if using a pick. E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E. Or with only the 1st finger. E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E, E, C, G, E. The third one I'd like you to try combines the previous two as an up and down 8-note pattern. With a pick after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E. And with thumb and finger, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E. Now we'll try a 6-note arpeggio using the chords of C major and A minor. Pick the C chord from the 5th string to the 3rd string, like so. C, E, G, using downstrokes with the pick or thumb. Then play from the 2nd to the 4th strings using upstrokes with the pick or first finger. C, G, E. Then try all 6 notes on the C chord twice. Then play the same string pattern on an A minor chord and repeat like this. With a pick after 3. 1, 2, 3. Or with thumb and first finger after 3. 1, 2, 3. Please try this technique with as many combinations of string pattern and chord progression as you can, and see what you come up with. And as always, make sure you can hear each note clearly. Arpeggios and arpeggiated chords are used in all styles of music, from folk songs to heavy metal sweep picking. I know that you'll find them a great addition to your playing skills. Bye for now.